On this episode of Politics Aside, I'm taking to the ice.
You ready, Chris?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Taking some hits.
Ow!
The Honorable Mike Quigley dashing down.
There are some pretty tough folks out there who do battle both on the ice and in politics.
First shot's gonna be a headshot.
No, come on.
I tore my hamstring off. You could hear it from the bench.
That's gross, and that's not something I wish I had known.
You are part of a team. It's a contact sport too.
This guy's a serious hockey player.
That was good.
I'm Chris Cillizza, and after 2 decades covering Capitol Hill, I'm putting bitter politics aside.
I'd much rather talk hockey than politics any day.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this. To answer some of my most pressing questions. What's harder, taking directions from the hockey coach, taking directions from a president of the United States?
It's a loaded question.
I wonder if you've ever hiked with a Republican. I mean, is that a thing?
The other day I invited Lauren Boebert to go, and she was very excited.
I've set out to explore the often unexpected connections between two of my favorite things, politics and sports.
Oh, that's when people go, yeah!
No, come on, that's the worst. Now I'm gonna go for the glory here. Oh!
This is Politics Aside with me, Chris Cillizza. DC is a town where battle lines are drawn every day.
Order. I'm trying to get clarification.
Rhetorical haymakers are thrown.
I will not yield to the gentleman, and the gentleman will observe regular order.
And egos get bruised.
Mr. Goldman, you're out of order.
You gotta be tough to be in Congress. And there's no tougher sport than hockey.
Take that, big fella!
All of which makes me wonder, what's tougher, Congress or hockey?
Hockey is not necessarily my strong suit. The first thing I want to do is see what it takes to be in the line of fire as a goalie.
And I already have this.
You got your chest protector on right now?
That feels good. And what are my potential injuries?
You're flexible?
Extremely.
First shot's gonna be a headshot.
No, come on.
Get you in the game.
I actually, yeah.
The man threatening to rifle 6 ounces of hard rubber at my noggin is Congressman Pete Stauber. He's a former police officer and the Republican congressman for the 8th District of Minnesota.
The buzzer just went on. Let's go.
He's also an NCAA Division I hockey national champ.
Ahead to Stauber for the Storm. 2-on-1 with
And former pro in the Detroit Red Wings organization. And if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit scared.
You're gonna need that.
As we hit the ice, I do recall one stat I came across in my research. The fastest slap shot on record is almost 110 miles an hour.
And that, my friends, is why I interviewed Representative Stauber first.
What position did you play, and did you sort of play that position throughout your life, or did you switch around?
So I was a left wing most of my life.
Left wing on the ice, Republican in Congress. I like it.
I love the game of hockey. I'd much rather talk hockey than politics any day.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this. So let's talk about growing up in Minnesota, playing hockey, one of 6 boys in your family.
We skated all day long, and that was not unusual in Minnesota. I wanted to play Division I hockey, and that was a goal of mine from early on. I mean, probably 9 or 10 years old. To be honest, I had limited skills, so I had to work, I had to be the strongest, fastest.
In 1986, the hard work paid off, and Stauber was offered a full hockey scholarship to Lake Superior State University.
Stauber behind the net.
You weren't Alex Ovechkin, who everyone thought was going to be amazing from the time he was young.
I came in undrafted, but I knew my skill set. As soon as I got on the ice the first time, I said I can play, and I can even be better than some of these folks that were drafted.
And Stauber will bring it in. That's Pete Stauber.
By 1988, Stauber was captain, and the team was firing on all cylinders.
There goes Trevor. Stauber gets it.
We just kept on winning. We were a lunch bucket, hard-working team that did all the little things right. We made it to the Final Four in Lake Placid.
Stauber out to Johnston. Johnston wheels around the defense, goes for his backhand. The shot, the save by Cohen, rebound. Cohen is still down. Puck is still loose. Score! Lake Superior State wins it. And I believe it was Mark Burnett.
You're on a national championship team, and then you guys go to the White House.
When they said we're going to be the first Division I hockey team to meet a sitting president, and away we went.
Nowadays, it seems like every championship team under the sun gets a handshake with the president.
One of the first professional sports teams to visit the White House? The National Baseball Club of Washington, or Nationals for short, way back in 1865.
It wasn't until 1976 that an NCAA championship team made the trip when President Gerald Ford invited the Indiana Hoosiers basketball squad. Former actor and football player Ronald Reagan loved hobnobbing with athletes, and he made team visits a regular occurrence. In 1988, Stauber's squad became the first collegiate hockey team to visit the White House.
The whole thing was surreal. First off, I couldn't believe I was shaking President Reagan's hand. And then he just looked, everything on him looked perfect. His tie, his suit was an awesome experience.
Were you into politics at all?
At that time, I wasn't even thinking of being an elected public servant. I was a free agent, and I ended up signing a free agent contract with the Red Wings.
Stauber over the Panthers line for the partial break. Stauber with a wrist shot, he scores!
I signed a 4-year contract. I was injured. I injured my knee and my neck, and it was.
I feel like that's the story of hockey.
It was time for me to retire.
When Representative Stauber hung up his skates, he became a police officer and a city councilman. And in 2018, he threw his hat into the ring of national politics, becoming the first former professional hockey player ever to serve in Congress.
How do you connect from there to where you are? Is there a through line?
Everything that I learned in the game of hockey, I apply every day. And I look at it as you're on a breakaway in hockey, right? People slashing you, hooking you. Your goal is to score, right? And it's hard work, and it's consistency, and it's teamwork.
Success in Washington is a complex process. In hockey, it's a little bit more straightforward. You just got to put the puck in the goal.
You didn't think I was going to make it out of this episode without taking some shots, did you?
Tell me when.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of thoughts were going through my head in this moment.
I tore my hamstring off, and you can hear it from the bench.
You have to be mentally tough.
And he takes my jaw and like wiggles it around.
I injured my knee and my neck.
How many teeth have you lost?
Just two. Are you ready, Chris?
I don't know that I'll ever be ready, but I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Here we go. Okay, didn't see that one. Ow! Okay.
Oh, that was good.
Well, I've always thought being in Congress is a tough job. After playing hockey for an afternoon, it's hard to say which is tougher.
Thank you for going easy on me.
It's obvious that there are life skills that apply to both.
In the game of ice hockey, you just battle through everything. As somebody that played hockey that won a national championship with 19 other people, everybody has a part of that team.
And the team is going to win or lose based on the synergy and the cohesion of the team and how they work together to achieve a common goal.
Putting politics aside for the love of the game is always going to have positive results.
It makes it harder to be as toxic as this place can be.
Totally.
You kind of understand their opinion, and they understand mine, and there's mutual respect.
For a game invented in Canada, hockey has grown exponentially in America, capturing the hearts of many.
Rebound score! Connor McMichael!
And in Washington, a sport that still allows players to pummel their opponent, has a special ability to bring opposites together to reach a common goal.